Well, hello, and welcome back to my channel where I make healthy lifestyle videos that include new recipes, some fashion content, some beauty content, a look into my crazy life, and I am also documenting my journey on compounded Tirzepatide. So today I have two recipes for you. And the first one I'm going to get together because it's for the Ninja Creamy and you have to refrigerate it for 24 hours. And then tonight I am going to make my Philly cheesesteak bubble up. And I mentioned that in previous videos when I made my carne asada, and I will link that video up here. When I got the cooked beef out of the crock pot, I measured out 10 ounces because that is what this recipe calls for. I put it in the freezer, and today I'm going to make the Philly cheesesteak bubble up. But for the time being, what I'm gonna do is get together my stuff for peanut butter cup ice cream. Now, if you watched my other two Ninja Creamy recipes, you know that I did a vegan peanut butter gelato, and that was absolutely delicious. But it was not a protein ice cream. So I found a recipe online, and I will post that in the description box below. But essentially, what I need is 2 cups of milk, and I'm going to use this fat-free filtered milk by Fairlife. It calls for 2 cups. Each cup has 13 grams of protein. And good for Mike, it is also lactose free. However, it does entail a scoop of vanilla protein powder, and I'm going to use my Premier Protein vanilla powder and a tablespoon of sugar-free vanilla jello. And then for the peanut butter flavor, it called for 2 tablespoons of PB2. And I know that I have PB2 somewhere in this house, but I can't find it. And I really wanted to make this. So I'm actually going to do 2 spoonfuls of regular peanut butter. It won't kill me. And then I'm gonna mix that up in my Ninja blender and put it in the Ninja Creamy container and put it in the freezer. And then tomorrow night, I will finish up this recipe. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera down so you can see me mix my Ninja Creamy peanut butter cup ice cream to get it ready for the freezer. And then I'm gonna put it in the freezer and head back to work. I'm actually on my lunch hour. And we got a busy day today because yesterday was Columbus Day, and every time we have a holiday off, court is always worse the next day. All right, let me turn down the camera and get started with that.
Right now I'm standing in the corner. I see you from across the room. It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too. Everybody's singing, oh, everybody's singing, oh. I don't know what it is about you. It must be in the way you move. Just say you want me to. We got nothing to lose. You're looking so old. You're looking so old. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you.
Okay, so when I went to edit this video, I saw that I must not have pressed record when I was pouring my mixture from my Ninja blender into the Ninja Creamy container. But I did pour it in here. It has been starting to freeze, and I will let it go until tomorrow evening when we will make our protein peanut butter cup ice cream. All right, I just wanted to throw that in there because it kind of left you hanging. All right, I am home from work. I'm gonna go get some comfy clothes on. Mike is coming over, and then I'm going to make the Philly cheesesteak bubble up. So I will check back here shortly to tell you how I'm going to do it. Well, all right, like I said earlier, I'm home from work and I'm ready to make the Philly cheesesteak bubble up. And what I'm gonna need is my 10 ounces of shredded steak that I took out of the freezer, and I'll thaw this out in the microwave. I'm gonna need some onion and some green pepper, a can of biscuits. Now, side note, the recipe, and I'll link that in the description box below, calls for 7.5 ounces of biscuit. And this is a 16-ounce container. Now, if you watched my daughter's bridal shower video, and I'll link that up here, I made this breakfast casserole, and it's kind of the same concept. You cut the biscuits up into sixths, and then you put them in a 9x13 inch baking dish. And so if I'm only using half a container, I think that might not be enough to fill a 9x13 inch. I'm gonna play that one by ear. I might end up using a little bit more than the recipe calls for. But like I said, I'll cut each biscuit up into sixths. And then what you do is you get out your 9x13 inch pan, you cut up your biscuits, you stick them in the oven, and I think it's at, let's check, 350, and you actually pre-bake the biscuit pieces. And they say to do that for about 20 to 25 minutes. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna cut up my green pepper and my onion, and I'm going to saute that using a little cooking spray for about 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna make a garlic cream sauce. And how I do that is I use butter and some garlic, and I heat that up, and then I add some flour. Let me see how much. A half tablespoon of flour, so not that much. And then you make a white sauce using 2/3 cup of milk. You keep stirring, and you slowly pour the milk in there and let that simmer for a while until the sauce thickens. So then you take your biscuits out of the oven, you put your cooked peppers and onions on the top, and then you layer the shredded steak on top of that. You pour your garlic cream sauce all over the top, and then you sprinkle 2/3 cup of light mozzarella cheese. And then you bake it again in the oven for about, they say 5 to 20 minutes. Now, what? So I'm thinking it's gonna have to bake for at least 15 minutes or so. I'll just keep checking on it. You want your cheese to get melted. And then it's ready. And you just cut the casserole up and you have Philly cheesesteak. All right, Mike is coming over. I'm going to get all of this together. I'll turn the camera down so you can see what I'm doing, and then we'll see if Mike likes it. Sort of like the old commercial, right? If you're my age, you know what I'm talking about. All right, guys, let me do that.
You know I want you close, maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I'll end up calling my own. We ride around in style, sleeves rolled up, glasses on, and then you make that smile and my heart starts racing when I'm with you. When I'm with you. Can't get enough of this, being with you like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes. How could I ever let you go now when you're looking like that? Can't get enough of this. Being with you is a never-ending sunshine. You got your high heels on, and I'm wearing my worn-out jeans. What could go wrong? Sipping on a beer, sing along to our favorite songs. All I want is you. You make my world spin round and round. Sometimes I don't know what to do, 'cause my heart starts racing when I'm with you. Can't get enough of this. Being with you is like never-ending sunshine. Feels like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes. How could I ever let you go now when you're looking like that? Can't get enough of this. Being with you is a never-ending sunshine. A never-ending sunshine. You know I want you close, maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I'll end up calling my own. Can't get enough of this. Being with you is like never-ending sunshine. Feels like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes. How could I ever let you go now when you're looking like that? Can't get enough of this. Being with you is a never-ending sunshine. Never-ending sunshine. You know I want you close, maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I'll end up calling my own. We ride around in style, sleeves rolled up, glasses on, and then you make that smile and my heart starts racing when I'm with you. You, when I'm with you. Can't get enough of this. Being with you is like never-ending sunshine. Feels like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes. How could I ever let you go now when you're looking like that? Can't get enough of this. Being with you is a never-ending sunshine.
All right, Mike, what did you think of my Philly steak bubble up?
I thought it was really good. Plenty of meat and cheese and bread, just like a Philly steak, and I think it had some peppers in there too.
Yep, a little bit of peppers and onion.
Yep.
And it's actually a recipe from Drizzle Me Skinny, so it's actually a low-calorie recipe, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
So
And I actually found that on my diet app. What am I using?
Lose It.
Lose It, yeah.
Yeah, so they had that actual recipe on
They
your...
had that actual recipe on my Lose It app, so
Who knew?
who knew?
All right, well, thank you for your input, Mike. I will see you tomorrow when I make the peanut butter cup protein ice cream. All right, see you tomorrow. Well, hello. It is the next day, and I just got home from work, and I'm not gonna show you this recipe, but I'm making some homemade noodle soup for tonight. Mike's coming over, and it is freezing in northeastern Ohio. I am not ready for cold weather. But anyway, I wanted to jump on here really fast and give you an Orderly Meds update. Now, I've been following Orderly Meds, they're my telehealth company, through this crisis. And the last time I shared with you they had sent me an email basically saying that going forward, they were going to be mixing the Tirzepatide with glycine to prevent muscle loss, and that they were probably going to alter the doses to fit people's individual needs. And I gave you the example that changing doses is one way around the FDA rules. Now, I'm not sure if it'll fly if challenged, but essentially, so I'm currently on 5 milligrams, and I'm going to titrate up in a couple weeks to 7.5. Now, say I don't want to make that huge jump, that I'm worried about bad side effects. So I might want to take a 6 milligram dose or a 6.5 milligram dose. And Eli Lilly cannot provide that in the pen. Now, I know there's ways to do dose splitting and all that, but as Eli Lilly markets the product, Mounjaro or Zepbound, they do not have a 6 milligram or 6.5 milligram pen. So that is one way that compounding pharmacies might be able to get around the FDA requirements. But since that video, last Friday, the FDA agreed to reconsider its ruling taking Zepbound and Mounjaro off the shortage list. And they have until November 21st to either stick with their original position of taking Mounjaro and Zepbound off the shortage list, or to revise that and add it back on. Now, of course, I'm praying that it gets back on the shortage list, but eventually we're going to have to deal with this issue again. Eli Lilly is building a huge manufacturing plant. I forget where, but I know it's huge. And so they expect to open that up the beginning of next year, which could mean that the production of Zepbound and Mounjaro will be up and running, and there will not be a shortage. Anyway, I got another email from Orderly Meds. I got my iPad here, and they title it, "The FDA has flip-flopped again." It says, "We want to keep you informed every step of the way. So here's some news you can use on your status of your Orderly Meds orders. The US FDA is reconsidering its decision barring compounded versions of Lilly weight loss drug. The agency, in response to a lawsuit, said in a court filing, quote, it would now allow compounding pharmacies and facilities to keep providing the drugs while it reviews whether there is a shortage of their active ingredient." So what does this mean for you? Given the update, it's business as usual at Orderly Meds. Now, remember, in their last email, they said they were going to start mixing Tirzepatide with glycine, but they're putting that on hold for right now. They say, "We are," in parentheses, once again, "able to offer the same commercially available doses that are offered by the brands." So they're not going to start switching up doses yet either. Our, and then parentheses, "always transparent, pricing remains the same." And if you recall, they talked about maybe making the higher doses of 10, 12.5, and 15 for $49 instead of $3.99. But according to this email, for the time being, it's going to remain all doses at $3.99. As things continue to evolve, we are proactively developing multi-month filling options, plus more customized, personalized, holistic weight loss experiences for you. Don't hesitate to reach out with any questions you may have. Thanks for sticking with us, the Orderly Meds team. Now, I've had a great experience with Orderly Meds. I have not had a single problem, and I love the fact that they are keeping their customers updated. As things change with this lawsuit, Orderly Meds has a plan, and I feel like they're really being proactive. When and if Tirzepatide goes back off the shortage list, or I guess it isn't really back on it, but if it never goes back and the FDA declares it to not be in shortage, I believe that Orderly Meds has a plan. Watch my other video where I read that email. Basically, they're going to start mixing the Tirzepatide with glycine. And again, like I said, they're going to experiment with different dosages. And they are also working on multiple vial filling options, which means that their Tirzepatide is going to have a much longer bud date. So generally it's been at the most 90 days. But I am understanding that they are going to start making vials that can last 4, 5, 6 months, if not longer. And I am hoping that they are successful at that, because when my patient portal opens up, which for me is going to be on December 1st, I'm hoping I will be able to order multiple vials, just in case this whole crisis happens again. So for the time being, I'm putting my faith in Orderly Meds. Now, it is also my understanding that they are still accepting new clients. If you are interested in signing up with Orderly Meds and being able to order multiple vials and multiple vials with extended bud dates, and if you want $50 off, look in my description box below. I have a referral link. Now, everyone who signs up with Orderly Meds gets a referral link. I am not affiliated with Orderly Meds in any way, shape, or form, but if you click on my link and you end up buying the product, you will get $50 off your first order, and it will help me out as well. All right, well, that is my Tirzepatide update. I do want to let you guys know that I have not weighed myself since coming back from Vegas. So I'm going to do that in the next couple days. And then in my next video, I will update you as far as how much I've lost, and I'll probably take my measurements again too. So I should have that update coming in about, I'll probably post on Sunday. So I hear Mike walking in the door. I'm going to get our chicken noodle soup together. That's got to simmer for about an hour. And then after that, I cannot wait to try my peanut butter cup protein ice cream in the Ninja Creamy. So stay tuned for that. All right, so Mike is over. We just had our chicken noodle soup, which was delicious. It really hit the spot. Mike isn't feeling very well this evening because he had a COVID shot and a flu shot yesterday, and it did him in. He was too sick to go to work, so he's suffering in silence, but he is gonna try the peanut butter cup protein ice cream. So what I'm gonna do, I've got my frozen mixture, and of course, I found my PB2, too late, but it should still be fine. I'm going to put that in on light ice cream on the Ninja Creamy, and then how many other respins I need. I will probably add a little bit more of the Fairlife skim milk, and then I'll make a hole in the center of the container, and I'm going to chop up some mini Reese cups, and the recipe also calls for 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. And then you press the mix-in feature and it should be ready. So let me turn the camera down and we'll get started.
It's 1 a.m. and I ain't tired. I can stand right here and talk all night if you want. I ain't got no place to be, no one's waiting for me. I won't lie, I'm into you. Got like a million ideas what we could do. Cause I'm not gonna let you slip away, I won't waste this. There's something about the way you fix your eyes on me. I can't help myself, fall in love, I go crazy. What you wanna do now? Should we head back to my place? When you give me that smile, think my heart's turning up the pace. I don't care about what we do if I get to be with you. What you wanna do now? What's to be afraid of when we're young, stupid, and in love? When you talk or listen close, there's just something about your voice. I think that every word you say to me is like poetry. I just want you for my own. It's really easy to tell that you're the best girl I've ever known. I'm not gonna waste this. What you wanna do now? Should we head back to my place? When you give me that smile, think my heart's turning up the pace. I don't care about what we do if I get to be with you. What you wanna do now? What's to be afraid of when we're young, stupid, and in love?
All right, Mike, the moment of truth. So this is protein ice cream, but there is a little bit of lactose, but not as much as the first time we made the Ninja Creamy.
Okay. So good.
It's really good. I still think that the one I made you, the dairy-free, that one was even better.
I agree.
Yeah. I tried to get more light coconut milk for that recipe, and they were out of it at Walmart. So, but this is a pretty close second.
Is there real peanut butter in here? Mm-hmm. Okay. They're really good.
Yeah. Now the actual recipe called for the peanut butter powder, and then you add peanut butter in as a mix-in, but I couldn't find my peanut butter powder, so I just used regular peanut butter. I think it turned out fine.
Yeah, I think that's probably better.
Well, as far as the protein content and fat content, it would have been better to use the powder, and next time I will. So, but it's got this Fairlife milk, and it's the first time I've purchased this, and each cup has 80 calories, but 13 grams of protein and a bunch of vitamins. So it's really good for you.
Didn't you say it was fat-free or lactose-free?
Oh yeah, and it's lactose-free. So what do you think?
It's good. Excuse me, very good.
Good.
Yummy.
All right, well, I'm gonna say goodnight to my audience, and then I will join you for another scary movie. We just got done watching The Shining. Jack Nicholson, he cracks me up. He's so evil looking. Anyway, this is a winner and a very fun way to get your protein in for the day. All right, guys, I am gonna wrap this video up. Now, I did promise you that I would leave you with a reel of Mike and my trip to Las Vegas. So let me just briefly tell you what we did on our vacation, and then I'll end this video with that clip. So Mike and I flew in on Saturday, October 5th, bright and early. Our plane left at 6:45, so we had to be at the airport at 4:45 a.m. We got into Las Vegas around 9:30 their time, 9:30 a.m. Went to the Alara. I have a timeshare with Hilton Grand Vacations. So we stayed there. Our room wasn't quite ready, but it didn't take too long. Attached to the Alara is the Miracle Mile shops. That was really fun. They had a lot of restaurants, a lot of shops, and they weren't like the ones at like Caesars, the Forum shops, which were extremely pricey. So the first day, Mike and I did go down to the pool, but it was over 100 degrees every day. So we only ended up at the pool twice, but that was enough. Mike had never been to Las Vegas, so we explored the Strip. The first day, Saturday, we were all wiped out from getting up so early. So we didn't do a whole lot. We walked around the Miracle Mile shops, we got some dinner, and headed back and had a pretty early night. The second day, Sunday, we decided to explore. Now, where the Alara sits, it's attached also to the Planet Hollywood, and it's about center strip. So that Sunday, Mike and I did some exploring. We went down to Caesar's Palace, walked around, we explored some of the other casinos, and that took about the whole morning. And that afternoon, we came back, showered, got ready, and went to the one show that I booked, which was called The Mentalist. It's supposed to be similar to the TV show The Mentalist, where the guy can just read a bunch of signs and figure out stuff about you that is freakishly correct. Then Monday, we did the other side of the strip. We walked all the way down to Mandalay Bay. We went to the Luxor. We saw the King Tut exhibit, did some more shopping. And then the following day, we had an excursion to the Hoover Dam and the Grand Canyon. And neither one of us had ever been there. So that was really a sight to behold. Very, very impressive. It was also very hot. So we had a good time, but it tuckered us out. And then, let's see, the next day was Wednesday, which was really our last full day. I had to go to this timeshare meeting, and I told Mike, don't worry about it. I won't buy anything. Oh, I'm such a sucker. I did upgrade my package a little bit, but I told Mike, next time we stay someplace, do not let me go to the meeting, because I think I'm just too much of a people pleaser. I can't stand, this high pressure sales. I wilt. But anyway. All right. Oh yeah. Mike just reminded me. The last night we went to Fremont Street, which is in old Las Vegas. And that was actually probably our most fun night. I got accosted by a giant gorilla. We did decide, I decided to play $20, like I said in my previous video, at a casino called Circa. I stuck the $20 in, and within 3 spins, I hit $165, and I immediately cashed out because I am not a real gambler. And then we went up on the top floor, the rooftop of Circa. They had this Legacy Club bar, and it was absolutely beautiful. You could see the entirety of Las Vegas all lit up. It was really nice. And then we went back and got ready for bed because we had to get up early, and we got home that Thursday, and we still had the weekend to kind of recuperate. So it was very fun. I'm sure we'll go back at some point. All right, guys. Well, if you like this video, please like it below and subscribe to my channel. That will really help me out. And please tick that notification bell so you are alerted every time I upload a new video. All right, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I will see you next time.
Slipping out the back door, but it's not what you're made for, and there's nothing that is too late for. Out of the cold into my warm hand, in the sun, it's already begun. Time, we don't need to worry at all. slip and you get burned.